Alright, so this time we're going to show you some more maps in single player and what exactly a different map means. And next time we'll get to real-time Ivanhoe. So we'll select the Arctic map. This is the first map you haven't seen in our cycle here. And we'll hit run. One of the major differences between maps is the doodads. Each map has its own unique doodads. You'll see that in a second. And I'll talk about the doodad class throughout this video. So it's taking a second to load here because the video software is running. Alright. So you can see we've got snowballs. Those are doodads here. And you're able to move them around like the doodads in the tavern. There's some of them, you'll see some in other maps, can be gifts. It's like the torches. Some of them, you can click on them to change their state. You can change what they are by clicking on them. Other ones you can't move around, and you can have different sizes of the same object. So the doodad class is actually extremely variable and really, really easy to work with to set up whatever you want to put there. So there we go. We got the polar bear hiding behind some snowballs, which is honestly my favorite thing to do in this map. You can see we've got a couple different enemies, too, with different names and dialogue. Alright, so let's go to cave. And let's just set this to 2 opponents. Just you can see what it looks like when you have less opponents. So we're going to load it up again. Alright. And again, it's a different background. And there's different doodads. In this case, there's a couple bats there. You can see them. There's a little spore creature over there. There's a few more bats kind of hovering around because it's a bat cave. We had a lot of fun with this project, with kind of including references to other things, games, and other media. And you're going to see that pretty clearly in the forest here. Let's set it to 1 opponent. Let's see what that looks like. So here we go. We've got a Pokemon forest. We've got a whole bunch of different Pokemon in here. So you can see, for example, we've got a little Oddish over there. We have an absolutely tiny Caterpie. This is showing off the different sizes of doodads and how you can have the exact same doodad, only resized. And over here, Bulbasaur, another Oddish, and there's 2 Rattatas showing it off. And then a Dratini up in the sky. And this just is kind of showing off what we can do with this class, the doodads, and also the background, and kind of how easy it is to add more maps. So the Dark Forest is the other map with gifts in it. It's got actual animated things. You can see them, the little twinkling eyes, lights on the tree. They're little stars, actually, and you can move them. You can move them around, and if you move them into the light, what happens is you can see they're stars. It's just kind of the black being hidden. You can see those little things down in the bottom right, and you can't move them. So if I try and move them in a second here, they do not move. They're non-drag doodads. So you can set things to stay stationary, motionless. All right, so we got the volcano here. And a funny story about this particular one, while I was looking for the image, and I'll tell you that in a minute, this one has the standard rocks, but it also shows the cycle. So you can see maybe Ragnaros over there. You can click on him, you can move him around, or you can just tap him, and he turns into adult Ragnaros. You can tap him again, and he turns back. And you can cycle back and forth. You can set any number of images you want for each one, cycle through, and it'll do so automatically. All right, so funny story about when I was searching for volcano, I came across a completely over-the-top image called Shark, that I've dubbed Sharkpano, and you'll see why in a second, and I decided that this should be in the game. And so it was added in, and went with the motif of completely over the top, as it's a shark eating a volcano, and there's a giant chicken, and a dragon, and a beholder, and it's basically completely unplayable. And as a result of it being almost completely unplayable, we removed it from the random rotation. So if you just leave it on random, you will never get Sharkano. It's just not in there. You'll have to purposely select it. And in multiplayer, the maps are individual. It's not like the host picks it or anything. Like each person can have a different one. So you're never going to end up on Sharkano when you don't want to be on Sharkano. So next time we're going to go